Birds of Prey have found their villain. Dr. Sleep gets a Wendy. And Bumblebee, he has a new poster. All that next on Movie Emporium's News of the Day. What's up, guys? Welcome to Movie Emporium's News of the Day for August 7th, 2018. I just want to let you know, I did this about 7 o'clock in the morning, so there's probably going to be more news during the day, but I wanted to get something out for you guys. That way you can enjoy the new episode. So with that, thank you so much. As always, remember to rate, subscribe, tell us how we're doing on YouTube, all that good stuff. So with that, let's go ahead and head into our first news story. So the first news story of the day is Dr. Sleep. The story of the adult Danny Torrance, who's an alcoholic, who still has his powers, who's still reeling from the issues from back in The Shining. They have cast new cast members. They have found their Wendy Torrance, and they found their Dick Halloran. Wendy Torrance is going to be played by Alex Essoy, who, if you haven't seen her yet, check out the movie Starry Eyes. It's really fucked up, but it's a really good movie. It's a really good horror film. It delves into like Mulholland Drive type territory. So check that out. And then the next character who's playing Dick Halloran is Carl Lumbly. He's known for being in Supergirl. He's not a very big actor, but the fact that he's taken on the role, you know, from the 70s, that was, a major character. I think these are going to be flashback characters or vision characters. You know, Danny's known for seeing visions like his friend, Red Rum. But it's interesting to see. I'm glad that they found some good actors to take these roles. I'm interested to see what's going to happen. I'm excited by it. Dr. Sleep is continuing to cast great actors. You know, you still have Ewan McGregor, Rebecca Ferguson, and Zahn McClarnon. So we'll see what happens with that. I hope it's good. It comes out next year. I don't think it started filming yet, but when it does, it'd be interesting to see what Ewan McGregor does with the part. So our next news story is Birds of Prey has found their villain. The movie that's going to be led by Harley Quinn, Margot Robbie, has found the villain of Black Mask. And if you don't know who Black Mask is, he's a gang leader. He wears a black mask, like a skull-like mask. He's an interesting character because he's not like the Joker, or he's not like Deathstroke, or he's not like, all these types of characters. He's a character that deals with, roughing people up, shooting them, killing them. He doesn't really have any special powers outside of having his leaders. He's kind of like the Joker, but less archaic or anarchic. So it's be interested to see what he does, what they do with the character. I think it starts filming sometime this year or next year. I don't know. DC's all over the place, but I'm really excited to see what they're going to do with it because Birds of Prey story sounds really interesting. And the Black Mask being joined in the crew with, again, as the villain, I think could be really cool. So we'll see what happens with that. I'm really excited by it. What do you guys think? Comment below. Let us know. And the next news story is, speaking of Margot Robbie, she now is involved with Once Upon a Time in Hollywood, which is kind of a offshoot of the story about Sharon Tate and Charles Manson, who were involved. Charles Manson basically murdered Sharon Tate, who was with Roman Polanski. And the whole thing happened where she was murdered by a cult of Charlie Manson's cult. And this story is not directly involved with the Sharon Tate murders, but it's based around it. So there's a filming thing going on right now. Leonardo DiCaprio and Brad Pitt are in the movie, plus several actors. I think Samuel Jackson's in it and all that good stuff. But I think this is an interesting story. Quentin Tarantino is directing it, so it's going to be epic in scale. It's going to be probably rated R. It's probably going to have the Sharon Tate murders, but the fact that Margot Robbie, who looks really good in the picture I posted there, it's going to be interesting to see how she plays into the movie itself. There's not much is really known about the movie outside of that, but Margot Robbie could kill it, not literally, but could kill the role and play a really great Sharon Tate. So with that, I think it's going to be awesome. It's Quentin Tarantino, so you know what we're getting with that. But, that's pretty much it with that. It's just a picture. We've seen Leo and Brad Pitt already in a picture, so. But that's pretty much it with that story. So let's go ahead and move on to the next story. Supergirl is finally getting a movie. Now, she already has a TV show. It was pretty good. It's a little cheesy. It went from, CBS to the CW, which is now part of the Arrowverse. I think it's never been the greatest of shows, but I think what they do with the character itself, I think it's true to the character. I think she's fun, lighthearted. It fills in the gaps of the downtrodden like Arrowverse and now Flashverse, and now you have League of Tomorrow or Legends of Tomorrow, which is pretty cool. But now we're getting an actual Supergirl movie, not like the one in the 80s, but an actual one. The only bad thing is it's being directed by the Cloverfield Paradox movie, which was a terrible movie. That director is writing it. I hope he can do something with this. I really want to see a Supergirl movie. I think it could lead into something like a Wonder Woman-esque, where young girls are able to relate to this girl, because there's not too many superhero females. I know we got Captain Marvel coming out, but Wonder Woman and what Patty Jenkins was able to do to that movie is something really truly special. Even though it has some issues, just what Gal Gadot and, like I said, Patty Jenkins, what they brought to the role really made it light, really made it fun, really made it empowering to young females and just females in general. And with Supergirl, she could bring even more. She's like I think she's a cousin of Superman, and just having a female-led superhero like that, I think could be really powerful. And not much outside of the writer has been known. There's not a cast for the Supergirl. There's not a director or anything like that. So I hope they get someone who does just as good as a Patty Jenkins, or just as good as the crew that did Little Miss Sunshine, who were doing Captain Marvel. So we'll see what happens with that. I can't wait to see it. I hope you guys can't wait to see it. I hope DC is finally course correcting everything that they've messed up in the past with, you saw with Shazam and whatnot. So we'll see what happens. Like I said, I'm really excited for it. But other than that, I think we should move on to the next story. What do you guys think? Rebecca Hall, who is a really great actress known for stuff like The Town, Christine, Iron Man 3, is going to be directing a new movie called Passing, which is about two black ladies in the 1920s who grew up with the segregation of being a black woman in that time frame. And it deals with, how their struggles, how they handle it, how they deal with it. It's apparently a great novel. I haven't read it. I didn't know much about it, but that's my fault, because these types of stories sound like really interesting stories to me. But they got really great actresses to take over the roles. They got Tessa Thompson, who is doing the MIB remake. She's in the Creed movies. She's also in Thor Ragnarok. She's an up-and-coming actress that's so good that she can become powerful. She was actually in Sorry to Bother You, which I thought her role was amazing, but the movie, like I said, wasn't. Then you have Ruth Negga, is known for being in the movie Loving, which she got an Oscar nomination for. She's an amazing actress. She's on Agents of S.H.I.E.L.D. and so forth. But the fact that this cast is coming together like this is proving to be almost an Oscar-worthy type movie. And the fact that we got Rebecca Hall, who's an amazing actress, I think this movie could be really special. I know I say special a lot, but when I see things like this, I'm like, wow, I can't wait for a movie like this, because there's not enough stories like this being told. Hidden Figures, which came out in the last couple of years, was one of these stories about women in a different time era, and they were segregated and they were mistreated, and they were brilliant minds for NASA. And now you got a story of two African-American ladies who grew up in the 20s, which you never hear about. You don't know anything about what's going on. You hear about like slave days, you hear about the 1950s and 60s, but to hear about what happens in the 1920s, I think is amazing. I'm sure people will be upset that Rebecca Hall is directing, because like Spielberg, she's a white lady who's directing a black-centric movie, but I don't have a problem with it. I think it's amazing. I can't wait for it. It's not coming out this year, or at least I don't think it is. But when it comes out, I will definitely see it day one, because Ruth Negga is an amazing actress. Like I said, Tessa Thompson is definitely an amazing actress. So yeah, I can't wait for it. But that's pretty much all I have to say on it. What do you guys think about this story? Let me know. Put it in the comments below. There's only a couple other stories. They're not really stories, but there's been a poster for Bumblebee that just came out. It's not really a news story, but I figure I'd at least show it to you guys. It's cool. Like they said, it has like an Iron Giant feel, which is what this movie is kind of like. It's about a girl who's, I guess she's creative with workshops, working on cars and stuff like that. She meets an Iron style character, like Iron Giant, and she, develops a bond with it. There's the army who's going after the Bumblebee character, like Iron Giant, and I think Stephen Knight, I think is his name, the guy who directed Kubo and the Two Strings, if I remember. He looks like he's the perfect fit for this movie, and this poster it's a fun poster. I mean, there's nothing more to it than that. I think the movie looks fun. It definitely looks like they're fixing Transformers. So, but that's pretty much it on that. The other news story is, and this is just, it's a small thing, Gary Whitta, who you've known for, writing stuff like Rogue One, The Book of Eli, is a very impassioned Star Wars fan, very impassioned with sci-fi, does some amazing work on the comic book front. I think he did the Last Jedi comic. He has something coming out soon with another writer. He just posted a picture, another concept art of The Last Starfighter. I don't know what's taking this movie so long. I like the original, even though it's really cheesy. It's not great anymore, but it's fun. And Gary Whitta is producing he's like Jordan Vogt Roberts. He's putting out artwork with, Roberts is putting out artwork for Metal Gear, and he's doing it with Last Starfighter. So I hope this movie gets made, because Gary Whitta's writing style is amazing. I look forward to it. So that's pretty much it on that. I just wanted to show you the picture, because, it's pretty cool. It's not much, but the fact that they're even thinking about doing this, I want to see it. I personally want to see it. But anyways, guys, that's pretty much it for the movie news of the day. Like I said, I am shooting this early just because I have to go to my other job, later on today. I just want something for you guys to watch. If there's anything breaking, it'll definitely be on the next episode. But with that, thank you so much for watching. Remember to rate, subscribe, comment on YouTube, Audioboom, Facebook, Twitter, all that good stuff. Remember to email us at nlapolo1138@gmail.com. If you like what you see, please spread to the world, to the masses, and tell them about it. But otherwise, thank you so much for watching, and we'll see you later, guys. Peace.